Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am reviewing the new Rare Beauty eyeshadow sticks. I purchased all 6 colors and I'm going to do swatches on the eyes. I'm going to do individual swatches, that way you can really see the color and yeah, give me your thoughts on them. So if you're interested, continue watching. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tania. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Follow me on Instagram. And let's get started. So these bad boys are $22 each. They come in 6 colors and they're called the All of the Above Weightless Eyeshadow Stick. All right, they're supposed to be super creamy, do-it-all eyeshadow stick, and it's easy to line, shade, smoke out, and highlight eyes in all in one with crease resistant color. Now she came out with some eyebrow products like an eyebrow pencil, which looked actually really nice. The packaging felt nice and weighty. And then with a liner, a gel liner. I wanted the brown gel liner, the true brown. I swatched it. It looked like a beautiful true brown. It wasn't warm. It wasn't too cool, but it was sold out. They didn't have it in stock, so I almost bought that one. I think both of those were $19, and you know, $22 for an eyeshadow stick. I don't think it's bad, but I also don't think it's a steal. For some reason I was expecting these to be more in the $18–19, but we'll see how these wear. Here are all the colors. The packaging is lighter than I expected, mostly compared to the eyebrow pencil. The eyebrow pencil felt a little heavier and sturdier, but it's, you know, the packaging is nice, simple, but I wouldn't say it screams luxury, although Rare Beauty, I wouldn't call it necessarily a luxury brand. I would just call it like a more affordable high-end brand. Here are all the swatches, starting from the lightest going to the deepest. The lightest one right here is called Integrity, and it is a champagne color. Next one is Well-Being, and this is a soft pink. Contentment, and this is a rose taupe. Growth, which is a copper. Compassion, a burgundy color. And the last one is Adventure, which is considered a bronze. When I went to purchase these, I really intended to only purchase like 2 or 3. But when I swatched them, I kind of felt like, I don't know, I had a hard time picking, and I just thought maybe you guys would have a hard time picking as well. So having all of them on the eyes, swatches of them would probably be helpful for you guys. But this excites me. This one excites me. Like the deeper ones excite me, and usually it's the lighter ones that excite me. Okay, let's try them on. So I try to wipe these off, and I'm, you know, kind of having a hard time wiping these off. I guess it's a good thing. Let's start with Integrity. I've noticed from swatching these that some of the deeper ones have a little bit more glitter, like a little chunkier glitter in them, and these are a little smoother, the lighter ones. This is a soft, nice champagne color. I feel like a lot of people would enjoy this, either to kind of highlight their inner corner or just all over, like a really soft color. It's pretty. These are creamy, but not extremely. Like, I like the consistency so far. I'm just taking a brush to blend this out. Yeah, that's nice. Very simple, pretty color. Just a little bit more to see if we can intensify. And you can definitely intensify that. Now, I do enjoy a stick shadow. I enjoy the simplicity of it. I enjoy using, you know, a couple of different shades and giving a lot of texture to the eye. And so I'm excited for these. I just hope they're gonna stay on. So this is Integrity, and I think it's really pretty. I do like this. Even on its own, I think it's going to be really nice to highlight the inner corner. I will say that these are soft, where like if you press too hard, I can see how this tip would get ruined. These are creamy, but when I blend them out, I don't find them extremely wet. So I feel like they're setting down. Like I don't feel like these are going to move or crease, but you know what? I will test these at least half a day to see how they perform, because I think that's a huge factor in these eyeshadow sticks. Okay, moving on to the left side, let's do the Well-Being. This is one that I would have picked up. I just like these lighter pinks. So, and you could definitely use your fingers to blend this out and slowly add more color. Or you can use a brush. Okay, there's definitely a huge difference between these two. Absolutely. I'm using my left hand. What am I doing? So this is Well-Being. And as you can see, these are bright. Like they're definitely have an impact. They show up. I do like the brightness of both of these. It catches the light nice. There's no actual glitter in here. It's just like a soft, smooth sheen that definitely catches the eye, but there's not, like I don't see any chunks of glitter. So far, these look nice. Okay, I am gonna wipe these off and move on to the next two. I will do a final look where I'm gonna put mascara and everything on, but if I put mascara with every single one of these, that would be actually a pain. Okay, these are not that easy to remove. I have some makeup remover on this pad, and I'm probably gonna put some foundation on top of this. Let's do Contentment, which I'm very excited about this color. This seems like a beautiful taupey color. Well, it's not as deep. It's not transferring or going on my lid as bright or as intense as the other ones. Almost feel like the other ones are a little creamier than this one. Just gonna buff this out a little bit with my brush. Build it up just a little bit more. So I feel like this one has a little bit more texture than the other ones, which, you know, I like texture in the eyeshadows. So this is the color Contentment. And I think it's really pretty. It's kind of, it would be my everyday kind of color. But it did feel drier than the other ones. Like I feel like I had to work a little harder to build this color up. The first two lighter ones were a little creamier, which I've noticed that this also has a little bit more texture to it. Not too much, like I don't see a ton of glitter, but I do notice just a little bit more, a little something more happening on the eyelid. I do like that though. I enjoy texture on the eyelid. Like I'm not so adventurous with my colors on my eyes, but I do enjoy like just texture. So that looks, I mean, I think that's really pretty. It's kind of a simple, your eyelids, but shimmery kind of color. So this is Contentment. Now let's do Growth, which this is a coppery color. And this, when I swatched it, it had a lot more glitter to it, like a little bit more shine to it. I'm just gonna put it all over. And let's take the same brush, why not? Try to clean up the edges or blend them out. I'm gonna add a little bit more just to intensify this. This again feels drier than the lightest two ones. So I feel like the deeper we go, it turns a little bit more dry. So I'm just using my finger to blend this out, which actually works nice. Again, you need a mascara with this. Like it looks a little off because it doesn't have the mascara on. So this is the color Growth. And I do like the color. I just don't like the way it blends into my crease. I find it a little drying, so it's kind of hard to move the product. I think this would work really well if you just have something in your crease and just put this all over the lid. So maybe your bronzer in your crease and then this just to kind of give that effect, but I'm not loving this right now. I find it drying and hard to blend out. I did try to layer this to see, you know, if I can build up the color, and I love the color on the lid. Again, I just don't love how it fades here. But I do like the effect that it gives all over the lid. It is something that I could see myself just using all over, and a little bit of mascara. But so far, I've tested better. I like this color. You can see how much blended this is than here. Moving on to Compassion. This is a burgundy color. I adore these colors. I think it looks just like the color is so pretty. But again, it feels definitely much drier than the first couple of colors. I'm gonna first take my finger to see if this can be blended out. So it does blend out. I really think is that you have to move fast, because once these set, it seems like they're stuck. So if you don't blend right away, the product won't move after. I'm taking a different Real Techniques brush. All of these are synthetic, and I feel like it would push the product around or blend it out easier than one that has natural bristles. So I'm adding more to build up the color. Guys, this is just dry. It's hurting my eye right now. It absolutely could be that this is my third time applying them, but they just feel so dry. And this looks patchy. All right, guys, I've really tried to make this work. It's just splotchy. It's dry. It's very hard to blend out these deeper shades, even though I love the color, like the actual color. It's a no. It's really a no. This one, like my eyelid hurts from trying to blend this out. So yeah, I'm not even gonna try to blend it out more, because it truly, my eyelid feels very sensitive and dry, and I need to wipe everything off and do one final look, which I will do. I will put mascara on and try to make it real cute, and then wear it throughout the day and see how it wears. But right now, there's so many other better that, you know, even the drugstore so far, I feel like blend in easier than this, which is very sad for me to say. Okay, let's try the next one, Adventure. This is the color I'm very excited about, but let's see if this is, okay, this feels creamier. This feels much more, see how much it applied? Okay, this is different formula. This is so much more creamier. All right, so this shadow is so much creamier, so much smoother, easier to blend out. It's not splotchy. I do really like the color. And you know, if I add a little bit of mascara and clean it up, I think it could look really beautiful. So there's definitely a formula difference. This one is so patchy, so patchy. Here we have the burgundy color, very patchy, and then this is the bronzy color, which actually is a little olivey, and I think it's actually a really pretty color. I enjoyed this one. So let me go wipe everything off, take care of my little eyelids, give them a little bit of a break, like 5-minute break, and then come back and do an eye look with a couple of these colors. Okay, let's try this again. I'm trying to decide which colors I should use. I'm gonna start with the color Contentment. I really like this one. It was a good, just basic rosy taupe color. I have a lash there. And I'm just gonna put this kind of all over the lid. This is not as creamy as the other ones, but it does blend in nice. I'm just gonna build different colors on top of each other, just to see if we create a decent look. I'm doing it. I'm taking this burgundy color again. I'll wipe it off if it doesn't work, and just kind of go at the lash line almost and feather it out. Like I'm not gonna use it all over the lid. I'm just gonna use it more as a liner and then smudging it out and see how that works. Because I could definitely use this just like as a smudgy liner. I don't mind that. Okay, that's actually works, thank God. Because these kinds of color work so well with my eyes. So I was excited about this color. I'm gonna take Adventure, which is the color I really like, and put it out here to blend it in. It's very creamy, this one. So you definitely don't need to press hard. Such a different formula than the other ones. I do think you can use your fingers to blend this out. Like you don't need a brush. This one is definitely easier to blend out. I like this color. I like it all over the lid, probably by itself, with smudged out with some mascara. Get that grungy look. That would look really pretty too. I do really like that shade. I think it's really pretty. I'm taking Contentment again and just adding a little bit. Yeah, this feels so much drier. All right, let's take the Integrity, which is the lightest shade, and put it in the inner corner. That's a really pretty inner corner color. These are very creamy. This light one is really nice, creamy, just kind of like the deeper one as well. Take it here a little bit. Why not? Let's take Well-Being and put it smack in the center to brighten up this whole look. There we go, just a little bit. So we can use all of them. I probably won't use the copper though. I think that's it's a little much. On the lower lash line, I'm taking a Burgundy and lining my eyes and then smudging it. This burgundy color really is so beautiful. If only it was just a little creamier. But as a liner, I think it works really well. You better stay put. And why not a little bit of Adventure just to darken up that whole outer edge. Probably should have put this first and then the burgundy on top. Okay, my friends, surprisingly, I'm loving the eye right now. I'm gonna go put mascara on and then show you the finished look, and then we'll do some talking. All right, guys, this is the finished look. And honestly, I like the way it turned out. I like this kind of grungy, kind of smudgy look, just in general. And, you know, I managed to put, I think, 5 out of the 6 colors on. But I mean, you guys know how disappointed I am in a couple of the colors. They were dry, patchy, and I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of feel like it's already fading. Like just the whole look is a little fading. I will wear this throughout the day and kind of give you updates. Maybe just one update. I don't think you need many more, but you know, just kind of to see how it wears, because I think that's such a huge factor in these eyeshadow sticks. They do claim to be crease proof and long lasting, so we'll see about that. So far I didn't see any creasing necessarily. I just kind of feel like maybe the colors faded a little bit. The burgundy is still there, just not super intense. But I did like the burgundy as a liner. I feel like I will get use out of this for that if it stays in place, because I really like the color, and I'm hoping that I just got a bad one and that the other ones are creamier. But I do like the idea of having it just smudge on the lash line. I'm gonna put this actually on my waterline. Let's see how that works. Okay, it does. Okay, that went on the waterline quite easy. We'll see how that will last. I really liked 3 shades. I loved the Well-Being. This is the pink one. I think it has a lot of color, a lot of light to it. Very smooth, not chunky at all, and creamy. I like the Integrity, but out of both of these, I would go for Well-Being, the pink one, rather than the champagne one. I think it's just a little bit more brightening and unique, and it has a bigger impact. And then I really, really love the color Adventure, this bronzy, almost olivey color. I think it's beautiful. I think all over the lid it will look nice, and it worked really well in the outer corner. The rest ones are just like, I wouldn't say you should go out and purchase them whatsoever, but these three colors, they were creamy, they're blendable. We'll see how they last. And you know, the copper, I didn't play with it. Again, the color Growth, I did like the color, I just didn't like how it applied and felt very dry. And then the Contentment, this felt dry as well, but it was smooth on the eyelid. So this is kind of like an iffy. I do like the color. I think it's a very natural taupey color. Anyway, guys, that's all I have right now. I'm very conflicted. So far, I'm saying these are not worth the money. There's better ones out there. Hard Candy makes some better ones, in my opinion. They're creamier, but those did not last on me. So I think that's going to be the test of these. If these last, then I would say, yes, the ones that I mentioned are really nice. I feel like I would get use out of them. But if these don't last, then absolutely no. I will see you guys in just a little bit with an update. It has been, I would say, half a day. It is almost 4 o'clock here, and I put this makeup on after breakfast. So I feel like that's a good time to get an idea of how the eyeshadow lasts. Also, I'm about to go work out, and it's like full-on cardio, and I want to take my makeup off for that. So I feel like this is a good amount of time to get an idea of how the eyeshadow was wore. I'm actually quite impressed at how they wore throughout the day. There is a little creasing. Let's zoom you in. So as you can see right here and right here, that's where like my eye folds when I look straight. The eye folds mostly there, so I can see the product kind of moved there or gone. I wonder if I could pat that out. It's not doing much if I pat it out. It's not like moving the product back in place. The product's dry now, like it's not going anywhere. So I feel like maybe that creasing happened right after I applied it. Honestly, I didn't check right after. I'm just kind of checking now. I did walk by the mirror a couple of times and I thought it looked good, but I didn't look super close. But now that I'm close, I can definitely see the product has like moved right there. On the end right here, it still looks good. I'm surprised that it held its pigment. The product is more dry, so I think where you put it, it's gonna stay, and probably if it creases in the beginning, it's gonna stay that way the whole time. You can't kind of move the product back into place. It's doing really well on my waterline. I'm actually surprised that it's still there. It has not moved. That burgundy color is still there, which is a great thing because I do like the effect that that gives. I think it's just a little unique. Even on the lower lash line, everything is still in place. So now that I've put these to the test, I kind of feel like my thoughts are kind of similar, maybe a little bit improved. Stick shadows crease on me, almost all of them. So a little creasing there is not the end for me. It's not something that would make me not reach for these. What makes me not reach for certain colors is the dryness that comes with them and like how hard it is to blend them out. Now, with that being said, the burgundy, because of probably the dryness, it stayed really well on the lash line and under, like around the waterline. It definitely gives a really nice effect, and I will pull this out more. I think it's really, really pretty for that. All over the lid, I probably won't reach for. It's just too drying. The same happened with the color Growth. I don't think it was as bad as the burgundy color, which is, by the way, Compassion. Growth is the more bronzy one. This actually blended in decent, and I can see myself using this all over the lid. And I did like it. Like, I'm not upset at this purchase. I really like the light ones. I feel like it held really well for half a day. And in the in the inner corner, it still, they look nice and bright. So I kind of really like these light ones, and the ones at the corner, the deeper one, I think those are really nice. The ones that seem to have creased are the ones that are a little drier. Also, I think I forgot to mention that there is a sharpener at the end. I kind of feel like I'm 50-50. I really like certain ones. I really dislike some other ones, or I use them for different reasons. So overall, I don't think it's the best release that she came out with, like Rare Beauty came out with, but I don't think it's the worst, because there's some goods in here. And overall, I did enjoy the look that I created with these, but I'm just hesitant to recommend them because there's so many issues. You also have the Laura Mercier that performed so much better. You don't have this issue. Bobbi Brown has amazing ones. By Terry, the best eyeshadow sticks ever. So there's so many other ones. Yes, they're a little pricier, but they perform so much better. Every color is like amazing, and these is just, you don't know what you're gonna get. At least that's just how I feel about them now. Hard Candy came out with similar sticks. They're like a third of the price, I think. And you know, I feel like they're very similar. That's the Hard Candy. They also have the sharpener at the end. These did not stay as well on my eyelids as these. These stay put longer, but the Hard Candy is easier to work with because they blend in easier. They're a little creamier. But the Rare Beauty are more long lasting, and they kind of overall stay in place better than these. So with that information, I'm letting you make your own choice and decide if you know, you're interested in these or not. If you have tried these, please let me know down below, the good, the bad, if you had issues with the colors that I had issues, and if not, I may just have to go digging at Sephora and see if I just got a couple bad colors. But that's it for now. I'm really hoping that this was helpful and help you make a good decision. With that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.